Hey guys, and in this video, I'll be going over some basic Pyraminx last layer algorithms that I've either learned or just basically figured out. Alright, so for this very first case here, it's pretty basic because all you have to look at are the two edges that are unsolved. So we have everything else in the Pyraminx is solved, except for these two edges. And they are yellow and green, and red and green. So we just noticed that they need to be flipped. And the algorithm for this is very basic. All it is a sledgehammer. And it's at the top left-hand side of the screen if you want to see it. And then you rotate the Pyraminx over once, and then do not quite the opposite of a sledgehammer. So we go ahead and do that at faster speed. And a bit slower. So that's the very first algorithm, and all the algorithms that I use in this tutorial will be in the description. So let's go ahead and move on. Alright, so for this next last layer case, you probably learned this in the beginner method, but I'll just go ahead and go over it anyways. And so the way to recognize the soon case is the center pieces need to go in a clockwise rotation. So the green center needs to go here, the yellow center needs to go here, and the red center needs to go here. And that algorithm is just a regular soon, except there is no U2 at the end. So we'll go ahead and do that real fast. Again, the algorithm's at the top left-hand side of the screen. And so there we go with a regular soon. Alright, so now for the anti-soon. And for the anti-soon, it's a bit different. But the only difference is the center direction, which way the center is to be rotated to solve. And you can test it out really easily. You can do this with the soon as well, just by rotating the top layer until all of the centers are solved. And as we can see here, we had to rotate it counterclockwise, the upside counterclockwise once. So we know we have to do the counterclockwise algorithm, or the anti-soon algorithm, as I guess you'd call it. And that algorithm it's just basically the opposite of the soon, except there's no U2 in the beginning. And that algorithm is... And so there we go. But remember, the recognition is very important on those algorithms, because if you do the wrong one, you're going to have to do it twice. Alright, so for this next case here, this is our second to last case, we have these two pieces that are not solved, and then we have one piece over here that isn't solved. And the basic way to tell this isn't that first case that we went over is that there's also a third edge here that is not solved. And so what we're going to want to do for this algorithm is we want to hold it so that the two unsolved pieces that are on one face are facing to the right. And we want to hold the one unsolved edge that's on the left side of this face facing us. And so the algorithm is... It's a regular sledgehammer with a U, R, U prime, R prime added onto the end. And a bit slower. Alright, so just remember how to hold the Pyraminx in that case. Alright, so the algorithm for this very last case here for the Pyraminx and the last layer is basically the same, except the edge in the back, we have these two unsolved edges again. The edge in the back is now, the unsolved piece is on the right side instead of the left side. So instead of holding our Pyraminx with the two unsolved edges facing to the right, we're going to hold them facing to the left. And we're going to have the unsolved edge facing us. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do basically the opposite of that previous algorithm that I showed you, but it's just a little bit different, I think. So here it is, a bit slow. So now a bit faster. and a bit slower. Alright, so the main trick for making sure you do this algorithm properly is to make sure to start with an R prime. On the other algorithm, you start with an L, R prime. On this one, you do R prime L. It's the opposite. So just be aware of that, because when I first learned this algorithm, I constantly got the other two confused, and it's much easier to go like that than to start with R prime L. And so I would half the time just mess that algorithm up completely. So just watch out for that. That's just one of my tips for it. And then of course we have the PLL skip. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this tutorial, and I hope it helped you with the last layer on your Pyraminx. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button down below. And please subscribe to Cubing Outlet. TS and I would really appreciate it.